Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and I have just left Florida at Pensacola, and I'm headed to Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. Now, I've gone across this route a couple times in other previous trips where I've done videos, and I've always gone through Mobile, Alabama to get across Mobile Bay. This time I'm going to do it different. I'm at Fort Morgan, Alabama, and I'm going to take a ferry to ferry me across Mobile Bay, which goes to Dauphin Island. So in this video, I'm going to video getting on and off the ferry, give you some shots of Mobile Bay going across, and then when I arrive on the other side of Dauphin Island, I'll give you a few sights of what there is to see over there on Dauphin Island. So come along and let's go on the ferry. But first, I'm going to go into my computer and pull up the map and show you just where I am. And then we'll hop onto the ferry. So this is Mobile Bay. You can see how huge it is, with the city of Mobile way at the top. And where I was is at the Fort Morgan ferry landing, and it goes just right across here to the Dauphin Island ferry landing. Now, to drive all the way around here is 105 miles. Now, right after I did my introductory video clip, I went to the booth to buy my $35 ferry ticket for the motorhome, but I was told no way. The guy said that the tide is too low, so that it would not be possible for the motorhome to go up onto the ferry, because it would have to dip down and then go up. And he said that it's not just now, it's not like a daily tide. He said this is the way it is pretty much all winter, and only during the summer can really long motorhomes and RVs make it onto the ferry safely and get off of the ferry safely. Now, what that really means is that they have a really lousy ferry loading and unloading system. If their dock was much better positioned and they had much longer ramps, then they would be able to do it. And I've gone on other ferries, and I've seen some where you do have to dip down to get on and off, and I've seen some where it's just straight across. So if they had a better loading unloading system and a much longer ramp, then it wouldn't have been a problem. I think it's a really old ferry system, and they just haven't wanted to spend the money to make it usable all year round for RVs. So that's the bad news. So I had to turn around and drive all the way up here to Mobile and then back down. Now, I didn't want to go all the way down to Dauphin Island. That would be too inconvenient, and there's just not that much there to see in the winter. In the summer, it would be nice, but I'm going to go on down Interstate 10 towards Alabama. And even though I've been through Mobile twice and did videos there, I may be able to find something new around Mobile to video for you. And one thing I'm going to look for on the East Bay of Mobile is this Gator Boardwalk. You see that thin green line? That is a boardwalk or some kind of a sidewalk that goes along the river there. And that is where it's called Gator Alley. So I'm going to check that out and hopefully add that on to this video. So I want to see what it looks like along the Gator Boardwalk at the town of Daphne, Alabama. They've got a small parking lot here. And let's take a look down here. Looks kind of nice. I don't think this is a creek. I think it's just a storm drain, but they got it nicely landscaped here. And the trail starts out with a concrete sidewalk. They have some kind of a little house here, and then here's the boardwalk under which this river flows. Aren't both of these signs saying pretty much the same thing? Here is a sign with more information about the trail here. 24 miles long. Yeah, I'm only going to look at the section right here. In fact, they have it blocked off right here going north. I have no idea why. The trail does go up the other side of the bridge here. And just to the right is Hampton Inn, right beside the river. Be a nice place to stay, I guess. Well, that was short. And right next to the Hampton Inn is a Burger King where I might have lunch. Just about a mile or so north of that small parking lot is a scenic overlook right here. I'm going to stop and take a look at. This is what the scenic overlook is about. This is the U.S. Armed Forces Honor Guard building. Something I know nothing about, which is right at the overlook here. They've got some boards here. Let me see what that says. Well, there's a lot of info about Mobile's participation in the Civil War. There's two more boards with a lot of info to read. And a picnic table. And a homeless shelter. They call this a scenic overlook. As far as I can tell, it's just overlooking the highways around here. That's Interstate 10, just east of Mobile. Or is it Mobile? Well, I'm going to close this video out here. I'm going to go into Mobile. There are a couple things I want to check out while I'm here. Good day, folks.